What is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links Datamine video. In today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links Datamine video, I'm going to be talking about the upcoming structure deck that's going to be getting introduced into Duel Links. Not sure when, we don't have release date just yet, but I'm going to be talking about all the new cards that got revealed that are going to be released alongside of this structure deck EX. And this structure deck EX that I'm going to be talking about is called the White Dragon of Legend. We got some brand new Blue Eyes White Dragon support, and we got some Hieratic Dragon support to talk about in today's video. Now, this is pretty much the first time of me reading most of these cards, so this is mostly going to be all new to me. I'm just going to give my first impressions on these cards and basically showcase all these cards for you guys. So if you guys are excited for today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links Datamine video, as always, hit the like button in the video down below and subscribe to the channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links content. And if you haven't already, I also made a video on the Spunky Jaden level up reward cards that we're going to be able to farm for once he gets introduced into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. So if you want to check that video out, I'll pop up on the top right over here, or you can watch that video after you're done with this video. But without further ado, let's go talk about today's leaks and everything like that. So we're going to go to over here. Huge shout out from Yazan from the Duel Links Meta Discord for posting all this information in here. Thank you so much, man. And basically, as you guys can see right here, we have the structure deck EX, the White Dragon of Legend. The hidden power resides within the new series of structure decks. Now, it does suck that this structure deck EX, we only can get these cards through only through money. You can't get a free copy of this structure deck with gems. That honestly does suck, but the cards in this set are looking really nice, so it's gonna suck for the free-to-play only players because they're not gonna be able to get these cards, and I think some of these cards are gonna be really nice. While I did say I haven't read like all the effects of these cards, I do know a couple of the cards from this set, and I think I've heard some good stuff about it before making this video, because I know I am definitely late on talking about this information. Sorry about that, guys. I've been busy with school, but still, yeah, this structure deck EX, it seems pretty cool so far. From my first impressions, from what I have read already for setting up the video, it does seem cool. So I am not too sure about that, but still, it does suck that it is locked behind a paywall. And as you guys can see, we have all that stuff right here. And I'm probably not going to talk about any of these leaks right here. So if you guys want to pause the video and read this stuff right here, this is like other leaks. So I'm not going to make a video on them yet. So you guys can go pause the video right there and read that. But without further ado, let's just go talk about all of the Blue Eyes White Dragon, or the White Dragon of Legend cards in today's video. Sorry that I'm all over the place in this commentary, but it doesn't matter. Let's just get this video done, boys. So the first card that we're going to be talking about, this is a UR card, and it is called Blue Eyes Solid Dragon. It is an 8-star light dragon with the effect: if this card is normal or special summon, you can target a face-up monster opponent controls and negate its effects. Not horrible. Now, it doesn't destroy the monster, but you can stop its effects from happening, so it's all right. It is all right there. Maybe it'll be more useful in the future, but like right now, probably not super useful. Like, it could work against some decks, like maybe if you're going against like UAs, you can probably target like midfielder, stop that card from using its effects. Maybe that's one little idea right there. Maybe for Amazoness, if you're going against Amazoness, you could stop Amazoness Queen. You can play a Solid Dragon's effect, stop Amazoness Queen's effect from protecting all the Amazoness monsters from battle. So there is some uses for this card right now, but it's not going to be like super duper useful where you're going to consistently use this card's effect all the time. But still, it's a nice first effect right there. Also, when your opponent activates a card or effect, quick effect, you can shuffle this card from the field into the deck, and if you do special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck, you only can use each effect of Blue Eyes Solid Dragon once per turn. Now, that effect right there, I actually do like the effect where if this card, Solid Dragon, gets targeted by a card effect, you can shuffle it back to your deck and then special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon onto your board. So what I like about that is that, for example, I think the scenario could work where like your opponent plays Dampa, whatever the for hire monster that pops face up monsters. I think it's Dampa. And anyways, your opponent uses Dampa's effect to destroy your Blue Eye Solid Dragon. Well, you don't want to have that monster destroyed and leave your field wide open, so you can play its effect where you can shuffle it back into the deck to then special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon, and then the effect will not resolve. So yeah, and also if your opponent, Treacherous Trap holes you can, shuffle back Solid Dragon and then special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon. So I do like that effect. That effect is pretty useful for going against those destruction effects. So that's really nice right there. I do like that. So Solid Dragon, it seems like it could work out for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. I think it might work out for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. I know that this card got introduced recently, and some TCG people were saying it's not what Blue Eyes needed for the TCG. At least from what I've heard. I probably need to watch more videos on that, of course, but I think this card might actually be pretty good for the Blue Eyes deck. Like, if you're itching to play a Blue Eyes deck and you're willing to spend some money, you probably want to get a few copies of this structure deck EX when it does drop, but who knows right there. Next up, though, we're going to talk about a card, and I actually really like this card. This card is actually in my, real life Blue Eyes deck that I do have. By the way, I realize Blue Eyes deck is pretty garbage, but for what it's worth, it has this card, and I do like this card. Dragon Spirit of White. This is an 8-star light dragon with the effect. This card is always treated as a Blue Eyes card. This card is treated as a normal monster while it's in the hand or graveyard, so it's like a Gemini, but at the same time, much better than a Gemini. Right there. Once this card is normal or special summon, you can target one spell trap card your opponent controls, banish it, and if your opponent controls a monster, quick effect, you contribute this card, special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand. So pretty cool right there. Basically, what's the most important effect about this card is that if you special, or if you just normal or special summon it, you can target a spell trap card your opponent controls and banish it. And banishing is very useful. For example, if you banish like Amazon's Onslaught, they can't activate the effect where if it gets destroyed and sits to the graveyard, they can special summon Amazon's monster. So they're banishing it, they won't be able to do that. And yeah, I really like that. Just the fact that you can banish with this card is very nice right there. And it isn't a once per turn, so if you can keep, you know, summoning Dragon Spirit of White multiple times in a turn, you can pop multiple cards in their back row. So that is really cool right there. I do really like this card. And then the second effect is kind of meh. Your opponent controls a monster, you contribute this card, special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand. It's okay, you can throw it back into the graveyard, and since it's a normal monster in the graveyard, you can special summon it back with like Silver's Cry or Birthright, something like that. And also, since it is a normal card while you're in hand or graveyard, you can use Ancient Rules, special summon it. So that's pretty cool right there. Nothing too good. I'm sorry for hitting the mic right there, but nothing too crazy right there, but it is some nice back row removal with this card. So I like Dragon Spirit of White. I think it's a cool card. Next up, though, this card is very interesting. I'm kind of curious on why they added this. I mean, I know why they added this card into the Structure Deck EX because it does combo with it, but it is kind of an interesting card. So this card is Cosmo Brain. It is a dark 7-star spellcaster with the effect. Cannot be normal summoned or set, and it must be special summoned by sending a non-effect monster from your hand or face up to the field to the graveyard. If this card this card gains attack equal to the level of the monster sent to the graveyard this way times 200, you contribute one effect monster, special summon a normal monster from your hand or deck. You only can use the effect of Cosmo Brain once per turn. This card has a 1500 attack and a defense of 2450. So first of all, it's not that hard to summon. If you have a non-effect monster, so it's got to be a normal monster in your hand that's either on your hand or face up in the field, you can you know, special summon this card right here to that. Wait, oh yeah, reading the thing wrong. I almost just went out of brain fart right there. But yeah, you can easily special summon this card by removing one of your non-effect monsters. And then this card gains attack equal to the level of the monster sent to the graveyard this way times 200. So most likely you're going to be, you know, using Blue Eyes White Dragon, send it to the graveyard, special summon Cosmo Brain. And Cosmo Brain will gain 1600 attack because 8 times 200 is 1600. And then your Cosmo Brain will have 3100 attack, I believe. Yeah, so that's pretty cool right there. Also, you contribute the effect monster and special summon a normal monster from your hand or deck, and I can use the effect of Cosmo Brain once per turn. So I like it. It's not like the best card in the world, but I do like it. The effects seem pretty useful in my opinion. Maybe I think this card will see a lot of play in some different decks, possibly, because I do kind of like the fact that you can tribute effect monsters. You know, maybe that monster you tributed that, you know, has the fact that if it gets sent to the graveyard, it can pop its effects. So that would be cool right there. And then also you can special summon any normal monster from your hand or deck. So I think this card has some play in Blue Eyes and then some other decks too. That's for sure. And it is a 7-star, so maybe way down the road you can use it for an Xyz summon for like some Dark Magician stuff, because Dark Magician has an XYZ monster, which is cool. So that's cool right there. But I think Cosmo Brain's a cool card. Some people will probably build some really cool decks with it. Will it be super good in the game and destroy the meta? Most likely not, but it's a cool card in my opinion. Next up, we're going to be talking about some Heretic support. Now, it has been a long time since I played Heretics, okay? Like, it's been a long time since I played Heretics, and I don't know if these Heretic monsters is what the deck needs, but people have been saying some promising things about it, I believe. So, this is Hieratic Dragon of Su. This is the light 6-star dragon with the effect. You can special summon this card from your hand by tributing a Heretic monster, you know, so that's pretty cool right there. So, easy special summon right there. Once per turn, you contribute a Heretic monster, set this card from your hand or to your side of the field, or your side of the field. Target a spell trap card your opponent controls and destroy that target. Whether this card is tributed, special summon a dragon type normal monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard to make its attack and defense 0. So okay, so it is some back row removal, which is really nice. You know, with Heretics, they do summon a lot of other monsters, like, you know, with this effect at the end of Su, where you special summon a Heretic monster with 0 attack and defense. Most likely when you get the engine going, you're going to have a lot of these Heretic monsters on your board with 0 attack and defense, so you can utilize this card's effect pretty efficiently, in my opinion, to get the back row destroyed. So a nice back row destruction, a monster is always nice. 2200 attack is alright. Maybe if you combo the skill beatdown with this dragon, or with the Heretics, you can get some good damage after you destroy the back row. So I I think it's an interesting card. Like I said, I haven't played Heretics in a long time, and I don't really understand like everything about Heretics, but it seems like a cool card on paper, but I don't know if it is actually a good card on paper. Next up, we have the Hieratic Dragon of whatever that is. This is a light 5-star dragon. You can special summon this card from your hand by attributing a Heretic monster. Once per turn, you contribute a Heretic monster, except this card, from your hand or side of your field to target a monster put on control to target. So very cool right here. We have a, monster destruction Heretic right there. So if the situation needs be, if you need to destroy a monster, hopefully you have this guy in your hand, or if you need to destroy a spell and trap card, you can have the Dragon of Su on your side for that. So very cool that we got some, monster and, spell and trap card removal Heretics in this deck. So that's cool right there. Like that too. And then also at the end, it's when this card is distributed, special summon a normal monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard to make its attack and defense 0. So, and also I actually didn't realize this until now, but what's really cool about the fact that if you do a tribute summon, if you don't do a special summon and you do a when this card's tributed. Actually, I think I'm actually reading these wrong real quick. Hold up. I think I'm going to just drop that idea. It's when this card is tributed, special summon a dragon, normal monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Never mind. I was going to say that maybe with its second effect, since you can special summon a Heretic monster when this card is on the board, then you would utilize its effect efficiently, but it's only when that card's tributed that you'll special summon a monster. My bad right there. Ignore my crazy cool combo right there. Ignore that. But next up, we're going to talk about this dragon right here. It's another 5-star light dragon with the effect. You can normal summon this card without tributing. That's always nice. But its original attack becomes 1,000. That's not cool. Once per turn, you can target a face-up dragon type normal monster on the field. The levels of all face-up Heretic monsters currently on the field become that level of that monster until the end phase. Would be probably useful for Exceed summoning, but this is dueling, so we don't got that. But you could probably get all your monsters to a high level and go for beatdown, so that's not horrible. Once card is tributed, you can special summon a dragon monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard to make its defense and attack 0. So interesting right there. All Heretic monsters can become that certain level on the board, so seems interesting, but I don't know how useful that is right there, but cool card, I guess. Next up, we have a Mekanikal Arkfiend. This is a 4-star Dark Fiend with the effect. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can special summon one normal monster from your hand or graveyard. On paper, it sounds pretty good, but then you gotta look at its attack. It only has 100 attack and 1200 defense. To be honest here, most likely you're not gonna pop this card that much, because you're gonna have to set it face down defense position with 2100 attack, and then your opponent is gonna attack into it, and then if it does inflict battle damage, then you can special summon a normal monster from your hand or graveyard. Cool on paper, but there's a lot of cards in the game that pop face downs as it is if you're going against for hires. One of the for hires, I think it's Recon. I think it's like Dampa's the one that targets the face up one, and Recon targets the face down ones. I don't remember, because I don't really need to care to remember their names half the time, in my opinion. I just look at the picture of the card to remember it. But still, whatever for hire pops the face down monsters, they can easily pop this card right here. Or if your opponent is playing some little spam summon deck, they can just get a bunch of, monsters on the board that with high attack and just easily get over 2100 defense. This card is not that good, probably why it's a rare, but if it does pop off, you can get an normal special summon normal monster from your hand or graveyard, so that's always cool. Next up, we have a tuner monsters, which is really cool. We have Rider of the Storm Winds. This is a 1-star light dragon tuner. You can target one dragon type monster you control. Equip this monster from your hand to the side or your side of the field to that target. If a monster is equipped with this card, attacks to the monster, inflict piercing damage to your opponent. If this monster equipped with this card would be destroyed, destroy this card instead. I actually really like this card. It gives your dragons protection, and you can do some piercing damage right there, and it's also a tuner, so if you want to go into like Azure Eyes, you can do that if you need to. So I really like this tuner monster. I'm actually pretty happy about this because it's a very versatile tuner monster. If you want to go for the synchro summon, you can go for the Azure Eyes synchro summon if you're playing the Blue Eyes build, of course. I guess if you're playing Red Eyes, you can also combo this. You can throw Stardust Dragon into the extra deck, and you can go for a synchro summon to Stardust Dragon if you combo this card with Red Eyes, so maybe that's a little combo right there. And but still, if you don't want to go for a synchro summon, you can equip this card to your side of the field to that target to whatever dragon monster you want. It'll inflict piercing damage, and if that card would die, you can destroy this card instead of letting your monster get destroyed. So I honestly do like this card. It's actually pretty cool in my opinion. I think you could easily see this card seeing some play, but you never know. You never know. It's probably not that good, but for versatility wise, I think it's all right. I think it's a very versatile card for different scenarios, and it's not going to be a brick in your hand most likely. So I like the card. I think it's cool. And the last card we're going to talk about is Bingo Machine Go. Reveal 3 cards from your deck that meets each meets at least one of the criteria listed below. Your opponent randomly picks one for you to add to your hand, and you can shuffle the rest back into your deck. You can only activate one Bingo Machine Go per turn. So basically, basically you have to reveal 3 cards from your deck, and at least one of the requirements you need is either it's a Blue Eyes monster or it's a spell and trap card that ultimate or specifically lists the card Blue Eyes White Dragon or Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon set bingo machine go. So that is very interesting right there. I think this is a great searcher for Blue Eyes White Dragon because you can just reveal 3 Blue Eyes from your deck and then automatically you get a free Blue Eyes. So that's actually kind of cool right there. We don't have a lot of cards in the game that we can search for Blue Eyes just instantly like that. So Bingo Machine Go could be very useful for that scenario right there. But still, if you open up with the Blue Eyes and Bingo Machine Go, that would kind of be useless right there. But still, it's a great way to get a searcher for the card. If you buy 3 copies of the structure deck, you'll most likely get 3 copies of the card this card right here. So you can go for searches of multiple things. Very cool right there. And then, yeah, and also since it says Blue Eyes monster right there, you can actually search for your Blue Eyes Solid Dragon or your Dragon Spirit of White, so that works too. Really good searcher for Blue Eyes, and I think this card will be pretty useful in Duel Links, at least when it comes to this game. Because I don't think this card, I've heard that this card's not that useful in the TCG, but I think in Duel Links, we don't really have a good searcher for Blue Eyes right now, so this card could probably take the job of searching for whatever Blue Eyes that you want. You can, you know, do like Blue Eyes White Dragon, Blue Eyes Solid Dragon, and Blue Eyes Dragon Spirit of White, reveal all of them, opponent chooses one of them, and then you can kind of just go from there. So I think it's gonna be an alright card for the searches right there. So that's my opinion on that right there. But still, if you guys, I think that's gonna do it for me, guys. So that was the final card in today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links video. If you guys enjoyed today's Datamine video, as always, leave a like on the video down below. Subscribe to the channel for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links content. Sorry that at the beginning and some parts of this video my commentary was all over the place, but I don't know, it happens sometimes. It happens sometimes, but I still hope you guys enjoyed this video overall. I think tomorrow I'll be doing a live stream on the Esperopa Duel Carnival, so if you're watching this on the 9th or the 10th of October, be sure to go stay tuned to my channel because I'll probably do a live stream on the 10th of October if I'm not busy. But I think it's going to do it for me, guys, though. And thank you guys for watching today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links Datamine video, and I'll go see you guys in the next video. Peace out.